What's good, people? This is Brian Mazik, aka Franchise Player. I got another episode of Throwback Thursday. This is Blitz to the League, made by Midway Games. Yeah, now I don't even know how to totally describe. For people who are not familiar with what Blitz is, at least not NFL Blitz, so it's different. So it's a little different. Blitz the League is kind of like NBA Jam or NBA Street or something like that, but meets. It's kind of like if Rockstar made it. That's kind of like what it is, because it's got some really crazy storyline stuff that goes to it. Some straight up, no way in the world the NFL or EA would ever put out a game like this stuff. I'm gonna show you. Just watch. You see who the people that are in this. Just watch this.
The football on their own 20.
Got this one in the bag, sunshine.
The quarterback is down. Looks like Battaglia may have ended his career. It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh. Quit your whining. You still have your other knee.
All right, let's do this.
Something special for you.
Hunt!
You may learn something. Yeah! Is that what you come to see? You come to see me? Yeah!
Kid, you're gonna be huge. The first two-way player this league's ever seen. I've got every Fortune 500 company panting to get into bed with you, like horny bridesmaids at the wedding of the century. Do you really want to rock the boat? Okay, kid. We're fucking on. Excuse me, Commissioner. I wanted to introduce you to my new client.
Great to meet you, son. Boys, take a look at our next big star.
Big star? Try biggest star ever. He can play 6 different positions. He's a one-man walking franchise. Hey, you know what? That's his new nickname, Franchise. Think of the marketing possibilities.
Franchise. I dig that.
Well, you'll certainly be the franchise player for the Riot. LA traded up to the #1 pick to take you.
I'm sorry, sir. I won't be able to play for LA.
Good one, son. Good one.
It's no joke. The only place I'm gonna be able to play is in my hometown.
You'll play for the team that drafts you.
I'm sorry about this, but my mind's made up.
You'll play where I tell you to.
Then he'll go play center field for New York. They just offered him $17 million a year for 7 years, guaranteed. That's the kind of athlete you're looking at here. Look, everybody knows you expanded your league too quickly. I mean, 6 teams in 5 years? Come on, now you're choking on it. And your so-called owners, they couldn't raise the money for those new teams, so you had to offer stock to the public. And now, you get a once-in-a-lifetime cash cow who could save your league. And all he's asking for is to play for his hometown team. So, I guess we're good here. Thank you all for coming. Today's a special day.
Now, this is what I'm talking about in regards to this is a good little storyline thing. Now, obviously, Madden, NFL, you know, they're not going to be able to do something like this. But I think it's cool. And obviously, he has a great nickname. Just think about it. He has a great nickname, doesn't he? I think he does. But look, you can pick what position he plays like this on offense. So
I like to go out there and deliver good passes and let my playmakers do the work.
You know.
The man is a playmaker, pure and simple. Next question.
How does your play on defense
real cool way to actually do the whole, you know, pick your position and the interview thing. Thought this was pretty great.
I'm everywhere I need to be.
As you can see, confidence isn't an issue. Who's next? How about the looker in the front row?
Jennifer Mendez. My readers are wondering, what did you do for fun in your youth?
This could definitely draw some sort of backlash for, like, because it's pretty stereotypical. Look at this. You heard how he talks, and then look, in terms of speed, when you say, what did you do for fun in your youth? So if I pick this,
does running from the cops count as fun?
So that gives him speed. Now,
little did the old neighborhood know they had a future superstar on their hands.
Conceptually,
okay? How about the gentleman in the back?
The whole way to pick it and the way they present it is cool, but they probably could do something a little bit different to make it less stereotypical, which of course is why it seems like it's made by Rockstar.
It doesn't get as much press as football, but I was a collegiate champion wrestler.
Don't let the modesty fool you. This kid could have gone pro in a half-dozen sports. He's just that type of athlete. Okay, next.
Jeff Jones, Midwest One News. What's the thing most opponents don't realize about you?
I study martial arts, so I know just where to hit them to make it hurt.
They'll be learning soon enough, huh? Let's get someone who has not been called on yet. Yes, you.
What have you been focusing on in the off-season?
All right. See, this whole thing is really pretty cool. I like this a lot. The way, you know, the way this went, I just really like it. But, you know, I mean, I think this is one of the most underrated, like, sports games because it's so over the top, but there's really some cool elements. And it kind of brings me to a question that I kind of have. Do you, I mean, obviously a lot of people would love to see another football game made, right? Madden's got it on lock. But I contend that if a football game was going to be made, right, there's going to have it's not going to totally contend with Madden because it's not going to ever be able, you know, you're going to have certain people who are going to just be like, you know what, if it's not have the real NFL teams from the very beginning, then I'm done. But I think that if a football game could be very successful if it took a route similar to this, touch on some stuff that the NFL or whatever won't allow a game developer to touch on. Bring in some rules, or I should say bring back some rules that the NFL has taken out that people used to love. You know, be able to show some crunching, face smashing hits, but make it look realistic. Make it look like, you know what I'm saying, like you're really like it. Don't you don't want it to be over the top, you know, or anything like that where it's just like, oh my God, this is not any way, you know, this is not realistic at all. You don't want it to look like that. You want it to actually look like, man, like a real hit, you know what I mean, in a real football game. So I think like stuff like that, and then off the field problems and that sort of thing, all of that would be awesome. You already know where he's from. All of that would be so awesome, man. Just, you know, but then of course you got to have the gameplay. The gameplay's got to be there. Gameplay's got to be there in a great way. So if you don't have that, then you don't have anything. So this the building, look, they went through a lot to build this up the right way. Obviously, if this had gone on, you would have seen a situation where, you know, you would have had to let the things would have had to get better from a standpoint of being able to customize your guy a little bit more and that kind of thing, and maybe even customize the teams even more. But either way, I mean, I thought they were a little bit ahead of their time in the way that they set this up when the game came out. So let's try to get into some game situations. There's some cool stuff in here, crazy stuff that goes on, like when guys get injured, just all kinds of stuff. We're not even gonna train. We're just gonna go straight into the game. Here, now they encourage gambling, because you can actually bet on yourself. You know, you stay within 7 points at the final score. So you kind of like, it's kind of like point shaving, but not really. But these are really cool too. Check these out. This is like
they can and get away with far more than they should. Defensive end H.J. Latshaw was just another unruly Philly fan last year, until a fight spilled onto the field and Latshaw beat enough ass to earn himself a tryout on the Brawlers. And well, the rest is history.
Awesome. Now that right there, I believe, is delivered by Frank Caliendo. No, it maybe not. Maybe it's not. I don't know who delivers that. Maybe Jay Moore. Now Jay Moore is your agent. I don't know who that guy is that does like the little hype thing. I believe the announcer is Frank Caliendo, which also brings another point up. I think that it would be really smart if some of the game companies, even the Maddens, the NBA 2Ks, maybe considered not hiring real announcers to do the announcing. And this is the reason why I say this. First of all, you got to pay those guys a certain price because they're who they are, right? So these guys are big time guys. You know, there's a certain price tag attached to dealing with those guys. Perhaps you could actually get more for you could actually get a guy who wasn't gonna cost you as much. And oh, here comes an injury. Oh my God, these are nasty. See, this is what I'm talking about though. But this kind of stuff would actually be, you gotta look at the mini game to try to set the bone. Oh, he's out 7 plays, couldn't get him right. Some of this stuff is kind of crazy, but kind of cool. You know, but like back to the announcing thing. I mean, think about it. You would have guys like, maybe you can get like up and coming guys, or maybe you can get guys, you know, like you can get like students or whatever from broadcasting schools and that sort of thing to do the commentary, and you could sign them on for like the remainder of the year or for a certain term. And what that would allow you to do is continue to go back to these people and you'll be able to get more like ad commentary after the game is released. So if you want to have like updated commentary, you could have that, and because you would already have these guys commissioned or have these guys contracted to keep going. And I think I think that would be totally awesome personally. But we haven't seen that yet. But right about now, the franchise is doing some work, ain't he? He's doing some work. Rolling out on every play, of course. Oh, yeah. Now, if I only knew how to speed burst on this game, then that might actually really work. Uh-oh. That almost got intercepted. See, the graphics aren't too horrible or whatever. Uh-oh. Touchdown franchise. Oh, yeah. Get it poppin'. Get it poppin'. Get it poppin'. We got a block. Oh! He grabbed me. He came off that block pretty good. All right, so now we got to play defense. Show you a little bit of defense. Oh, this is really crazy. I don't even mind that. I don't even mind that as a kick meter. There's some good stuff on here. Oh, I got smoked. Oh, no. Pulled him down. All right, let's see if the franchise can do on defense. Here we go. Ah, these hits. I'm telling you, this is the kind of stuff that if you had this in a simulate, some of this kind of stuff in a simulation football game, I'm telling you, people would lose their minds. People would lose their minds. And then I think having settings that will be like, you know, allow you to play the game as a complete simulation if you want to, with some of this stuff still in here, and then having you be able to play in a completely over the top kind of way if you want to, that would be great. Now, of course, the biggest problem is how do you handle stuff like, the rosters? How do you handle the teams? Well, I've said this before, and you guys probably have heard me say it. I think simply allowing people the ability, give them a great creation tool. We've seen some of it already. Oh, no, that's never good. We've seen some of it already with certain games, like NCAA football 14 or what NCAA football period with the team builders, with the team builder app, and then you've seen the creation tool that like WWE 2K15 is offering, where you can bring faces in, and even the amount of created guys you can do in games like NBA 2K15. We can do up to 150 guys. That kind of stuff is what you need to really customize the league. Also, you may not be able to use the team builder thing. Oh, we got another injury. Why do my guys keep snapping legs? Torn ACL. He is gone. That's never good. That's never good. He's getting carted off. And the cheerleaders are wet and barely clothed, which is, hey, you can think of a lot worse things than that. So he's wide open. The franchise got you. So you know what I mean? I think that's a really, really good way to make a game like this. Make a game like this just really blow up. Don't you think that it would blow? You are not doing what you're supposed to do. Don't you guys think that would just be an awesome football game? I don't want it to play exactly like Blitz, because this is really not like real football. But if you blended in some of the things that this game has with a game like Madden, a simulation game like Madden, you would have something real special on your hands. But it's not going to be able to be done by EA. It's not going to be able to be done by 2K unless 2K just says forget the license and this is what we're going to do. You know what I mean? But I would love to see it happen. So I'm going to cut this game off because I can actually get quite addicted to this. And, hey, that's it. So I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all subscribe, follow. Peace.